Do me a favor. Tonight, step outside and just look up. What do you see? Stars, the moon, maybe a planet shining bright. It's a beautiful sight, right? But now, think about this. The sky you're looking at is the exact same sky your great-great-grandparents saw, and their parents before them. And there's all the way back through thousands of generations of human history. For countless millennia, our ancestors stood under this very same celestial dome. They saw the same sun rise and set, the same moon wax and wane, the same constellations wheeling across the night. Imagine being one of them, huddled around a fire, looking up into that vast, dark expanse. There were no city lights to wash out the Milky Way, no apps to tell you what you were looking at. Just you, the night, and a canopy of infinite, glittering lights. It makes you wonder, who was the first? Who was the first person to see more than just random specks of light? Who was the first to notice the patterns, to see the bear, the hunter, the scorpion painted in the stars? Who first tracked the moon's steady journey, or realized that the sun's path shifted with the seasons, bringing warmth and then cold, planting time and harvest time? These weren't just idle questions. Understanding the sky was a matter of survival. It was the first clock, the first calendar, the first map. It told our ancestors when to sow their crops, when to hunt, when to migrate. The rhythms of the heavens were woven into the very fabric of their lives, into their myths, their religions, their cultures. So who were these first astronomers? These first sky watchers? Were they lone geniuses? Or was it a collective wisdom, built up slowly, generation by generation, whispered from parent to child? We often think of science as something that happens in labs with fancy equipment, but it started right there, with human eyes and a curious mind looking up. The amazing thing is, the answer to who they were isn't lost to the mists of time. It's actually hidden in plain sight, scattered across the globe in ancient stones, forgotten texts, and enduring traditions. The evidence is all around us, waiting to be seen, just like the stars themselves. Have you ever heard of Nabta Playa? Probably not. But this place in the Egyptian Sahara Desert holds a secret that could rewrite what we know about ancient history. We're often told that astronomy began with the Greeks or Mesopotamians. But what if I told you that long before them, an African community was already mapping the stars? About 7,000 years ago, Nabta Playa was a thriving hub. People gathered there seasonally when rains filled a temporary lake. And in this seemingly empty desert, they built something extraordinary. One of the world's oldest known astronomical sites. We're talking about a stone circle, the calendar circle, that predates Stonehenge by thousands of years. This wasn't just a random collection of rocks. The stones were carefully arranged to align with key celestial events. Some stones line up with the summer solstice sunrise, which would have marked the arrival of the life-giving monsoon rains. Others seem to mirror the stars of Orion's belt, just as the Giza pyramids are thought to do, but much, much earlier. This suggested deep, sophisticated understanding of the cosmos, used not just for survival, but likely for spiritual and ceremonial purposes as well. So, why isn't Nabta Playa as famous as Stonehenge? Well, history has often been told from a Eurocentric perspective, which tends to overlook or downplay achievements from other parts of the world, especially Africa. The idea that a nomadic cattle-herding society could possess such advanced astronomical knowledge challenged long-held biases about what civilization looked like. For a long time, many historians just couldn't believe it, but the evidence is right there, carved in stone. The people of Nabta Playa were not just surviving. They were observing, calculating, and building a complex society with a rich understanding of their place in the universe. They were pioneers of science and astronomy, laying a foundation that often goes uncredited. The story of Nabta Playa is a powerful reminder that history is much bigger and more diverse than the version we usually learn in school. It shows us that human ingenuity and our fascination with the stars have deep, ancient roots all across the globe. By learning about sites like this, we get a more complete and accurate picture of our shared human story. What other incredible parts of history do you think have been forgotten? Let me know in the comments below.
Let's journey westward to the cliffs of Mali, home to the incredible Dogon people. For generations, they have passed down a stunning legacy, not in dusty books or sterile laboratories, but through the vibrant power of the spoken word. Their oral traditions hold a wealth of astronomical knowledge that continues to fascinate and challenge what we think we know about ancient civilizations. They told stories of the stars, weaving intricate descriptions of celestial bodies into their cultural fabric. What's truly mind-blowing is that some of these descriptions seem to detail objects completely invisible to the naked eye. Take Sirius, for instance. To most of us, it's the brightest star shimmering in our night sky. But the Dogon stories speak of more. They contain references to companion stars orbiting Sirius, long before modern telescopes could confirm their existence. How did they know? This question has sparked intense debate among scholars for decades. Was it ancient contact, exceptional observational skill, or a profound, symbolic understanding of the cosmos that we are only just beginning to appreciate? Regardless of the explanation you lean towards, one thing is undeniable. These were not just simple myths or bedtime stories. They were systematic observations, a sophisticated system of knowledge meticulously preserved and woven into the very soul of their culture. This reveals a powerful truth that we often forget in our modern world. Knowledge doesn't only reside in equations on a whiteboard or data on a computer screen. It lives and breathes in language, in ritual, and in story. The Dogon people of Africa understood something truly profound. You don't separate science from life. You don't isolate knowledge from culture. You integrate it. It becomes a part of how you see the world, how you live, and how you understand your place within the vast, beautiful universe. Their legacy is a powerful reminder that there are many ways of knowing, and perhaps we have much to learn by listening to the ancient voices of the world.
Let's journey back once more to the vast, timeless plateau of Giza, where history itself feels dwarfed by what stands before us. We stand in the shadow of the Great Pyramid, a monument that has perplexed and fascinated humanity for millennia. Modern engineers, armed with our most advanced tools, have pored over its design, studying its intricate internal shafts, its perfect alignment, and its uncanny orientation toward the cardinal points of our planet. One of the most staggering facts is its precision. The Great Pyramid is aligned to true north with an accuracy that is, frankly, astonishing. We're talking about a level of precision that we would struggle to achieve today without our sophisticated technology. So the question echoes through the ages: how did they do it? They had no satellites hovering in orbit, no global positioning system to guide their hand, no digital mapping software to plot their course. How could they possibly achieve such perfection? The answer, it seems, lies not in technology, but in wisdom. When you study the sky deeply enough, when you observe its cycles and its constants day after day, year after year, the sky itself becomes your compass. The stars become your map. Some researchers have pointed out a fascinating correlation between the layout of the 3 Giza pyramids and the 3 stars of Orion's belt. Now, is this theory debated? Absolutely. It's one of the most hotly contested topics in Egyptology. But is it studied? Intensely. And the very existence of this debate confirms something profoundly important. These structures were not random piles of stone. They were intentional. They were meticulously planned and engineered with a deep cosmic awareness. The architects of the Great Pyramid were not simply builders. They were keen astronomers watching the celestial dance above them. And to be an astronomer in the ancient world meant you had to be a brilliant mathematician. And to be a mathematician of that caliber, you had to be a profound thinker. And thinkers who can conceive of and execute a project of this magnitude with this level of precision are nothing short of geniuses. The pyramids are not just tombs. They are a testament to the sheer intellectual power of our ancestors, a power that continues to inspire and mystify us to this day.
Have you ever wondered what Africa was like before the arrival of Europeans? For a long time, the common story was one of isolated, primitive tribes. But what if I told you that, deep in the heart of southern Africa, powerful kingdoms with stone cities, global trade networks, and sophisticated societies flourished centuries ago? Let us debunk some myths and journey back in time to the incredible sights of Great Zimbabwe. And first, let's visit Mapungubwe, which rose to power around the year 1075 in modern-day South Africa. This wasn't just a small settlement, it was the capital of the first kingdom in the region. Picture this: A complex class-based society with royalty living on a fortified hilltop, separate from the commoners below. Archaeologists have found amazing artifacts here, like the famous golden rhinoceros, crafted from gold foil and wood. This wasn't just beautiful art, it was proof of incredible craftsmanship and wealth. The people of Mapungobo are trading with distant lands, sending out gold and ivory, and in return receiving glass beads from India and ceramics from as far away as China. This kingdom was a major player on the international stage, long before many people thought possible. As Mapungubwe's influence waned, a new power emerged just a few hundred miles to the north. Great Zimbabwe, flourishing between the 11th and 15th centuries. This city was an architectural marvel. Its name literally means great houses of stone, and it lived up to it. The most famous structure, the Great Enclosure, features massive, curved walls built without any mortars. Think about that, perfectly cut and fitted stones creating walls over 30 feet high. This required immense skill, planning, and a highly organized society. The city was home to an estimated 18,000 people at its peak, making it one of the largest urban centers in the world at the time. Like Mapungubwe, Great Zimbabwe controlled the gold and ivory trade routes, connecting the African interior with the Swahili coast and the wider Indian Ocean world. So, why didn't more people know about these incredible places? For decades, colonial historians tried to deny that indigenous Africans could have built such sophisticated structures. They came up with wild theories, suggesting they were built by ancient Phoenicians or Arabs, anyone but the local Shona people. But today, archaeology has proven them wrong. Great Zimbabwe and Mapungubwe are undeniable testaments to African ingenuity, innovation, and global connectedness. They completely shattered the outdated myth of an isolated, undeveloped continent. These stone cities tell a powerful story of rich history and thriving civilizations that deserve to be known and celebrated. Long before colonial ships charted new routes, and centuries before European navies claimed dominance over the seas, a vibrant and complex network of trade was already pulsing across the African continent. This wasn't a recent development. It was an ancient, sprawling system, the lifeblood of empires and kingdoms. Picture this. Massive caravans, sometimes thousands of camels strong, trekking across the vast Sahara Desert. They weren't just wandering, they were following established routes, connecting the salt mines of the north with the rich gold fields of West Africa. Along the coasts, from the Swahili city-states in the east to the kingdoms of the west, and boats navigated the currents, their sails full, carrying goods from one port to another. Imagine the scenes in bustling market cities like Timbuktu or Great Zimbabwe. Merchants from different cultures, speaking a multitude of languages, haggling and negotiating with remarkable skill. It was a symphony of commerce. They traded precious salt, essential for life, for gleaming gold, the standard of wealth. Intricately woven textiles were exchanged for valuable ivory. But the trade was never just about physical goods. This is the crucial point. Trade is communication. It's a dialogue between civilizations. When goods move, so much more moves with them. Knowledge travels from one mind to another. New technologies, like advanced metalworking or agricultural techniques, spread across regions, transforming societies. Spiritual beliefs and philosophical ideas found new audiences, blending and evolving as they went. This constant exchange was the engine of progress, the very force that allowed civilizations to grow and evolve. Now, think about what it takes to sustain such a vast network. This isn't random chaos. It's highly organized. You need sophisticated accounting systems to keep track of it all. You need robust security structures, like armed guards and fortified posts, to protect the caravans and trade routes from bandits. You need diplomacy. Skilled negotiators who can forge treaties and maintain peaceful relationships between different states and ethnic groups. You also need infrastructure wells dug along desert routes, ports maintained for ships, and marketplaces built to handle the flow of people and goods. And tying it all together, you need strong leadership and effective governance to manage this intricate system. This is what pre-colonial African trade truly represents. It's not just a footnote in history. It is a testament to complexity, to organization, and to genius in motion. It's the story of how governance, innovation, and human connection built empires long before the world maps were redrawn. This rich history is a vital part of our shared human story. Did you know that some of the world's most incredible buildings weren't built up, but carved down? Let's talk about African architecture. Because it was never just about finding shelter. It was symbolic, it was spiritual, and it was pure mathematical genius. Travel with me to Ethiopia, to a place called Lalibela. Here, back in the 12th and 13th centuries, a series of magnificent churches were created, but they didn't stack stones or lay bricks. Instead, they took the living volcanic rock of the earth and carved downward, excavating entire cathedrals out of a single, solid stone. Imagine the level of planning this required. It wasn't just digging a hole. This was precision excavation on a massive scale. They had to understand geometric symmetry to get the shapes just right. And they needed an incredible awareness of hydraulics to create drainage systems that would keep the churches from flooding during the rainy season. All of this while ensuring the structural stability of the entire complex, carved from one monolithic piece of stone. This isn't some primitive display of faith. This is architectural mastery, guided by deep belief. It shows us that true genius isn't only about modern technology. It's conceptual. It answers the profound question: how do we shape the very matter of our world to reflect what is most meaningful to us? In the heart of Ethiopia, ancient Africa answered that question, and they wrote their answer in stone. Thanks for watching. And if you found this as fascinating as I do, be sure to like and subscribe for more stories that reshape how we see the world. Ever thought about how you turn a simple rock into the foundation of a civilization? It's a story of fire, metal, and incredible transformation. And the huge part of this story was written in Africa. Long before the industrial revolutions we read about in textbooks, something amazing was happening across the African continent. Communities were unlocking the secrets hidden within the earth. We're talking about iron smelting, the art of turning reddish-brown or into useful materials. What's truly mind-blowing is that this wasn't a technology borrowed from somewhere else. Archaeological evidence from places like Nigeria, Rwanda, and Tanzania shows iron smelting emerged independently in multiple regions of sub-Saharan Africa, some dating back as far as 3,000 years ago. Picture this: skilled artisans building furnaces from clay and earth, often shaped like tall chimneys. These weren't just simple fires. They were sophisticated structures designed to reach blistering temperatures, over 1,000 degrees Celsius. To do this, they used bellows, often made from animal skins, to pump air into the furnace, stoking the fire to the precise heat needed for the magic to happen. This was advanced chemistry and material science in action. Inside the furnace, a controlled chemical reaction would separate the iron from the rock. The result was a spongy mass of iron called a bloom, which was then hammered and forged into shape. This wasn't just metal, it was potential. With iron, everything changed. Farmers could create stronger, more durable hoes and plows, leading to better harvests and more food. This supported larger populations and the growth of villages into towns, and towns into powerful kingdoms. Hunters and soldiers had superior weapons, like iron-tipped spears and swords, which reshaped power dynamics across the continent. Blacksmiths became respected figures, their forges the heart of the community, creating not just tools and weapons, but also art and symbols of status. From the intricate Nok culture in West Africa to the vast trading networks of Great Zimbabwe in the south, the ability to work iron was a cornerstone of economic strength, cultural expression, and political power. It was a testament to human ingenuity and the deep understanding of the natural world. So, the next time you see a piece of steel, remember this ancient legacy. It's a story of African innovators who looked at a rock and saw a world of possibility. They literally turned the earth beneath their feet into the tools that built empires. A powerful reminder of how knowledge and skill can forge a new future. Have you ever wondered what genius looks like? Is it a lucky accident? Or is there a pattern to it? Today, let's explore the undeniable patterns of genius left by ancient African civilizations. Think about it. In astronomy, they weren't just stargazing. They were mapping the cosmos with incredible precision, like the Dogon people and their ancient knowledge of the Sirius star system that requires deep observation. In mathematics, they developed complex systems. The Ishango bone discovered in what is now the Democratic Republic of Congo, is one of the world's oldest mathematical tools, dating back over 20,000 years. This wasn't guesswork. It was calculated and refined through experimentation. And what about architecture? From the pyramids of Giza and Nubia to the rock-hewn churches of Lalibela. These aren't just buildings. They are masterpieces of engineering and urban planning that have stood for millennia. Building something like that takes immense collaboration, with knowledge passed down from one generation to the next. This level of sophistication wasn't limited to a few areas. We see it in advanced metallurgy, where they forged tools and art. We see it in bustling trade networks that connected vast regions, requiring sophisticated logistics and communication. And we see it in what we can call spiritual engineer in the deep, intricate philosophies and traditions that structured entire societies. For each of these incredible achievements, there was a clear methodology. It started with deep, patient observation of the natural world. Then came experimentation, a willingness to try, fail, and improve. All of this was fueled by collaboration, sharing knowledge within and between communities. And finally, it was all held together by a powerful system of memory, ensuring that wisdom wasn't lost but built upon. Here's the most important takeaway. You cannot sustain this level of advancement by accident. You can't fake this kind of complexity for centuries. You don't just stumble into multi-generational excellence. It has to be intentional. It has to be designed. It has to be genius. Genius leaves patterns. And when you look closely, you'll find Africa's patterns of innovation, creativity, and brilliance are everywhere, woven into the very fabric of human history. Let's talk about history, but maybe not in the way you're used to. This isn't about pride for pride's sake. It isn't about competing with anyone or trying to claim one history is better than another. And it's definitely not about rewriting history out of anger or resentment. This is about one simple, crucial thing: accuracy. Think about it. When an entire continent and its people are consistently framed as perpetually struggling, as always needing help, what does that do? It subtly minimizes their past achievements. It paints a picture of a history devoid of greatness, innovation, or power. And when a people's past is minimized, their present is automatically underestimated. Their potential is overlooked. Their contributions are deep. And when their present is underestimated, what hope is there for their future? That future is doubted. A ceiling is placed on their aspirations before they even begin. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, a cycle of diminished expectations. But here's the beautiful thing about doubt. It collapses under the weight of evidence, and the evidence is everywhere. If you know where to look, it's carved into the faces of mountains, telling stories that have outlasted empires. It's embedded in the silent stones of ancient ruins, whispering of sophisticated societies and grand ambitions. It's carried on the breath of storytellers, passed down through generations in rich oral traditions. It's even mapped into the stars, a testament to ancient wisdom and a deep connection with the cosmos. Across the globe, from the windswept plains of England to the dense jungles of Mexico, ancient cultures built massive stone structures that weren't just random piles of rock. They were cosmic clocks, calendars, and observatories. Take Stonehenge, for instance. On the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, the rising sun aligns perfectly with its heel stone. This wasn't an accident. It was precision engineering designed to mark a crucial moment in the solar cycle. Then there's Ngurenjin Island, a tomb older than the pyramids. For just a few days around the winter solstice, a narrow beam of sunlight penetrates a small opening and illuminates the inner chamber. This incredible event connected the world of the living with the celestial realm, marking the rebirth of the sun and the promise of new life. Even the pyramids of Giza showed this celestial connection. The three main pyramids are said to mirror the alignment of the three stars in Orion's belt. These weren't just tombs for pharaohs, they were gateways to the heavens, aligning the ruler's journey into the afterlife with the eternal movement of the stars. These ancient architects didn't have telescopes or computers. They had keen observation, generational knowledge, and a deep, profound connection to the cosmos. They saw the sky not just as a beautiful backdrop, but as a divine map, a guide for life, agriculture, and spirituality. They literally built their world around the stars. So, The next time you look at a picture of these megalithic monuments, remember they're more than just stones. They are a testament to humanity's timeless quest to understand our place in the universe. What other ancient mysteries do you want to explore? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the past. Thanks for watching.